Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scaretofo here, and welcome back to another video. This video we'll be going ahead and experimenting around with the ChatGPT AI software a little bit more and having to create some more different challenges and something unique for us to build in Minecraft. I had the idea of using it to see what it would tell us to do if we had a Minecraft tank that we wanted to build. So I went ahead and loaded up the software and got a set of step-by-step instructions for how this AI would build a tank, and it's going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions and see exactly what we'll be going ahead and building for this build. Now, before I go ahead and show you guys the step-by-step instructions, I really want to encourage you guys to go ahead and let me know what you guys think of these videos. So far, the support's been pretty overwhelmingly positive for what we did last time, having to combine two vehicles together, and whatever we get, we have to do. So definitely feel free to check that video out. And if you definitely want to see more of these ChatGPT videos, definitely be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and obviously by supporting the video with a like and subscribing if you're brand new. With that though, let's go ahead and dive into taking a look at the instructions. So moving into Minecraft, we have Minecraft loaded, and we're going to go ahead and start building this tank. Now step 1 says to gather our materials. To build our tank, obviously we're going to need to gather the following materials, and this is the materials the AI gives us: some black wool or obsidian blocks, iron blocks or iron bars, stone or cobblestone blocks, redstone torches, glass blocks or panes, wooden or stone slabs, a dispenser, a hopper, a chest, buttons, and redstone dust. So that's quite a bit of materials. I'm going to go ahead and grab all those materials, and I'll see you guys here for step 2. Alright guys, so I went ahead and laid out the blocks in front of us. We have a really interesting palette of blocks here, and I'm really kind of concerned the way that the tank is going to end up looking with the block choices we have in front of us. But hey, you know what? The AI knows what it's doing. It's going to give us obviously a really good product tank here, and we're just going to see where it takes us on this wild ride. So we have our blocks laid out, and it's time to move over into step 2. Now step 2 says to build the main body of the tank. We start by building the main body of the tank. Use black wool or obsidian blocks to create a rectangular shape. The size of the tank is up to you, but a good size to start with is around 8 by 4 by 4 blocks. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do exactly what the AI wants: an 8 by 4 by 4 block rectangle. And there we have it. We have our 8 by 4 by 4 rectangle. Again, kind of curious to see where this is going, but hey, you know what? We're starting with a nice basis here, and we're going to go ahead and expand upon this. Now, step 3 goes ahead and says add the treads. Next, add the treads to the sides of the tank. Use iron bar blocks or iron bars to create the treads. Make sure they wrap around the sides of the tank. Use stone or cobblestone blocks to fill the gaps in between the treads. So I'm trying to kind of decipher what they're trying to say here, but what I'm thinking here is that we use these iron blocks to kind of set up our wheels, so like we normally do. So we can kind of set up our treads. That looks something kind of like this, I guess. Yeah, so maybe like that. Maybe that's what they're trying to get at here. And then maybe the iron bars go between there, and then we can use cobblestone. So it doesn't specify, so I'm going to go ahead and take some creative liberties here, and I'm going to go use some cobblestone slabs, as it doesn't really say we can't. So let's go ahead and use some cobblestone slabs here, and we'll put that on both sides, and then we're going to place down a cobblestone slab in between those right there for our tracks. And yeah, that looks about right. Let's see, how can we expand upon this? We could also put down some cobblestone slabs across the top here. So yeah, you get some treads, something kind of like that. And you know what, we'll even go a little bit crazier using the blocks they gave us. We do have access to a button, so we'll place down some buttons here as well, just to kind of help give a little bit more life there to the tracks. And I think that looks pretty solid right there. I think that's a good looking tread set up there for what we have to work with. We could even put iron bars on the sides here, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's looking pretty good. And then we're just going to take the same design and copy it over to the other side. And with that, we have the tracks copied over to both sides, and everything pretty much squared away there. Looking pretty good. So that is it for step 3, and let's see what step 4 says for us. So step 4, build the turret. Now it's time to build the turret. Use black wool or obsidian blocks to create a smaller rectangular shape on top of the main body of the tank. Then add a small platform at the top of the turret using wood or stone slabs. Interesting. So it wants us to create a smaller rectangle up on top here. So we'll kind of go ahead and center this. We can even just do like a square or something. That's what it says. And it says to build a platform on top. Now I'm not really sure what exactly the platform is for or what we're doing, but maybe we'll take this down a little bit. Maybe I don't think it wants us to build it that high. But yeah, we got a platform right there of wood. It's not connected to anything, which is kind of a problem. Maybe we can put some iron bars here to kind of connect it, I guess. I mean, it said to use black wool, but I mean, we do have iron bars that we let us use earlier, so we can use iron bars here just to kind of spruce up the turret a little bit. So something like that. So we have our platform up on top. And I think that's really all we can do there for the turret wise. And honestly, we can kind of improve this a little bit, you know. Again, taking some creative liberties. You know, ChatGPT is the overall boss here of this video, but I do want to go ahead and kind of just make this look a little bit nicer, and you know, we could do something like that. And again, using the blocks that they said we could, use some stone buttons here, put some little viewports there on the tank, and that looks pretty sweet there. So we have our platform up on top there where our turret is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what it wants us to do for step 5. So step 5, it wants us to add the gun. Add a dispenser to the top of the turret to represent the tank's main gun. Use redstone dust and a button to create a firing mechanism for the gun. So it wants us to go ahead and put the gun on top of the tank here. Now, I guess it didn't really specify exactly how it wants us to do it besides making it actually fire, so we will make an actual firing cannon up here. But the best thing we're going to have to do here is we're probably going to have to just do something pretty straightforward here and something not too fancy. So honestly, something like that really is going to be kind of our best bet there. You do something like that, and I don't know if it wants us to do kind of a barrel for it, because I did kind of look a little ahead. It doesn't really seem like that's going to be something that we're going to do. So we have our main gun, which is going to be this dispenser, and it wants us to use redstone dust to create a button to create a firing mechanism for the gun. So we'll place down like a black concrete block next to it, and honestly, I don't even know if we need the redstone dust, but we'll do it anyway. We'll place down redstone dust on top, and then a stone button. So you can click that, and it will activate your dispenser. So we can go ahead and kind of put some fire charges in here, and we can actually have a working gun here. So, you know, honestly, I think it's doing a pretty good job. Usually we don't actually include working guns in my tanks, but hey, you know, maybe it's on something. So we have a working gun up on top, and that's looking pretty sick. So with that, let's move on to step number 6. So the next thing it wants us to do here is create the ammo system. To create the tank's ammo system, place a chest behind the turret and a hopper above it. This will allow you to load the dispenser with ammo. So I'm not too familiar with redstone and the way things work, but the way I'm kind of getting at is it wants us to put a chest behind the turret, so which would be over here, and then have a hopper on top of it. But I don't really know how that's gonna auto load the thing. I don't know. Maybe you can just throw your ammo in here, and then when you're up here shooting your gun or whatever, you can reach down and grab the ammo. I'm honestly not sure. But that's what it wants us to do, so we're gonna go ahead and kind of just go with that, I guess. I really don't know. Again, I'm not the most smart person, I guess you can say, with redstone. You can even try maybe doing something like this. I think maybe these connect, so it comes off like that, and then maybe like this. I'm not all too sure, but we'll go ahead and put we'll put 2 chests back here. We'll put the hopper there, and you can grab stuff from the chest and just kind of throw it in here, and it loads the hopper. So we'll say that is our loading mechanism here for the turret here, which, you know, makes sense of what we're trying to do. So that right there is going to conclude our step 6, and with that, let's go ahead and move on to step 7. So with step 7 being our last step, we're going to go ahead and basically wrap up the tank here. The step 7 says to add the driver's seat. Finally, add a glass block or a pane at the front of the tank to represent the driver's seat. You can also add a redstone torch or button to create the engine sound. I don't know how a redstone torch or button is going to create the engine sound, but let's see what we can actually do here to go ahead and create our little drivers thing here. So I did put the buttons here so we can actually delete those, and we can actually go ahead and just place those with glass blocks, and I really think that's about all we're going to do here. Maybe some glass panes on the front there just to kind of give it a little bit more definition there, so that's looking pretty snazzy right there. It did say to use some redstone torches for engine sounds, but we don't really have the ability to do that, so I don't know with redstone torches, so I don't know what it's talking about there, but we'll place it on the front and back there just to kind of spruce it up a little bit. And yeah, I think that's really about it. I really don't know what else to do for this. I think we followed it pretty solid. It does say that we can add some like camouflage or decals and customize it further, doing whatever we want, but I think this right here is just basically a good representation of this of a solid build of what ChatGPT says that we should do for building a Minecraft tank. Overall, this is pretty interesting. I don't know if this is a tank that I would necessarily keep on my world or really want to, you know, show or off or anything like that, but it is an interesting build, and I thought this would kind of be interesting to explore and see what a AI does for building vehicles in Minecraft. And I think it's safe to say I might build better vehicles than the AI, so that's kind of cool. I guess I have one up on the AI in at least something. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you do want to see more of this and you want to see the AI teach me how to build planes or something else, definitely be sure to let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what you guys think about this tank. Do you think this is a tank that you would want to have in your worlds, or are we just gonna stick to the normally scheduled tutorials? Anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like and show your support down in the comment section below. And if you're brand new, definitely subscribe, and stay tuned for more of these kind of funky little videos that are kind of being a blast to build for me and to make. So anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gear 204, and I'll see you guys next time.